Good morning, everyone. And so we have a great program, and I'm really excited to stand in front of you. My name is Atiya Jahar Rashidi, and I'm the Director of Diversity and Inclusion and the Program Administrator for the Higher Newark Bootcamp Employment Readiness Program. And so you will be warmly greeted by our President and CEO, but at this time I would like to introduce to you Class 4 of our Higher Newark Employment Ready Bootcamp. If everyone would take time just to listen to the words to this song. This song was introduced to us by one of our participants. And I want the graduates to know that this is your season. It's time for you to reap what you have sown. It's your season for grace, for favor. Your season. Absolutely beautiful. At this time, I'd like to bring Dr. Reverend Marilyn Harris to the podium.
Truly, this is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice. Come on, somebody say rejoice, and be glad in it. Let us pray. Let us pray and invoke the Lord's presence in this place. God, we come at this time and we give you thanks for this glorious day. God, we thank you for this is the day, the season of grace and favor. So as we come here, a day of new beginnings, we ask that you would allow yourself to be shown in this place and to be manifest amongst us who are gathered here. And so, Lord, as we come, we thank you, God, for every challenge, for every door that may have been closed, for truly you are a door opener. And so as we go into this, we thank you so much for those who poured into these graduates. And so we thank you for this, which is a new season, a new day, a new beginning in their life. Amen. Amen.
it gives me great honor to introduce the man who leads this hospital every day, who had the vision to continuously support Higher Newark and other initiatives here at Newark Beth Israel Medical Center and Children's Hospital of New Jersey. Without further ado, I bring to you our President and CEO, Mr. Darrell K. Terry.
Thank you, Atia. I want to welcome everyone to Newark Beth Israel Medical Center and Children's Hospital of New Jersey. This day is a very exciting day for us all. This is class 4, and from what I understand, you're supposed to be the best class. That's what I'm hearing. So we're learning a lot, and we're learning a lot from the clients as to how do we adjust the program to make it even more meaningful. But this is important to us. We historically have treated episodic illness. So we sit back, we wait for you to get sick, you come into our emergency department, we take good care of you. We can do that. We do that all over the medical center. As a matter of fact, we just completed our 1,000th heart transplant. That places Newark Beth Israel in amongst 11 other hospitals that have achieved this kind of accomplishment. Very exciting stuff, life-changing, life-altering. But so is what we're doing here today, right? The other is high-tech, this is high-touch. I really applaud Atia, Rashidi, Zach Lipner, all the coaches, Vince Brown and his team. It takes all of us to come together and really create this kind of energy and excitement. We could not be more proud of what you've accomplished in these 5 weeks, but it's not the end, it's the beginning now, right? So if you have to get, if you need to get a colonoscopy or a mammogram, if you don't have economic opportunity, if you can't put food on the table, if you don't have a home to walk out of, you're not going to do those kinds of things. So you might ask, you know, how is this related to health? Well, it's very much related to health, because if you don't have economic opportunity, you're not going to focus on those other things that we think are critically important that's going to change the health status in our community. I want to welcome all the Reverend clergy in the house, all of our dignitaries. I want our City Council President, City Councilman John Sharp James, Ty Cooper, Reverend Rouse. We're excited that everyone's here. I was just talking to Chip Halleck from the Newark Regional Business Partnership. He said, you know, you come to all these events where you have to go. Here's one that I come to that I want to go. So, thank you very much. And I hope we have enough tissue to go around, because I'm sure it's not going to be a dry eye in the audience. Thank you. Without further ado, I want to introduce my boss, the chairman of the board of Newark Beth Israel Medical Center and the vice chairman of RWJ Barnabas Health, someone who is very supportive. I think he's been at every graduation that we have thus far, and anything that we do here with and for our community, it has his blessings and usually his physical support. He could be anywhere, but he chose to be here. Mark Burson.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
This is a very special day for me, because as the mayor has worked so hard at trying to endorse and encourage opportunities, development in the wards, not just in the downtown, I can't think of a better example of how we can reach out to communities and our community and share our facility in a way of outreach to help those help themselves. A lot different, as Darryl points out, than just curing a broken arm, curing a disease. This is curing an epidemic that we believe can change. And every life that is changed is going to change a multiplier of that going forward. So thank you for participating in the program. Thank you for what you've done here in the last 5 weeks and what you're going to do going forward. It's very, very exciting. And I do have to take a moment to thank our team, because we'll let the mayor and council president have a seat. I want to thank everyone of our team for participating not only willingly, but really with a zest for what we're doing. Our board at RWJ Barnabas, supported by Newark Beth Israel and Children's Hospital, has made some decisions in the last few years about what our responsibilities are, and they include giving back. You know, we're a not-for-profit, so isn't that enough? And we've decided, no, it's not enough. That we have to give back in other ways. We're in a position to do it. We're within the community. We have a good rapport and relationship within the community, and how can we do that? Hire Newark is clearly one of those items. It doesn't help our bottom line. It helps the bottom line of the city, of the community, and that's what we're doing. When you look at the greenhouse, it's not necessarily a money maker, but it's a people maker. And so when I sit here, I'm so excited to be a part of it, because when I signed on some 16 plus years ago to do this, it wasn't just about being the best hospital we could be. It was about being the best hospital and neighbor and economic engine in this city. And one of the things that we're planning as we go forward is actually in the next year to 2 years, we'll be announcing a major renovation and change here and start to be more of that economic engine we're talking about to encourage development all up and down the street, and remind everyone that we're on Lyons Avenue, we're part of Lyons Avenue, and what are beautiful brick walls, there's going to be an awful lot of glass. So with that, I really want to say to this class, again, thank you. Congratulations, job well done. And we look forward to hearing wonderful things going forward. We're proud of you, we're proud of your accomplishments, and we're proud of helping to lead the way on this initiative of the mayor, which we wholeheartedly believe in. Thanks, and enjoy the day.
At this time, I'd like to welcome our Chair Counsel, the Honorable Mildred Crump, our President. And I'd like to invite our Mayor, the Honorable Raz J. Baraka. If the class is paying attention, you see the deep breath that I take. A little choked up because as I call the mayor to the podium, I think about all that you have been granted through this vision in partnership with the city and Newark Beth Israel Medical Center. And so it gives me great honor to have him come to this podium, but I'm thinking of all of you and what you have received, and I'm talking to class 1, 2, 3, and 4, because I know I have you all present here. That is because of the vision of the mayor and our CEO and president, Barry Ostrowski, and our president of Newark Beth Israel Medical Center, Mr. Darrell K. Terry, Sr., that we're able to be here today. So I welcome the mayor to the podium.
Thank you. First, congratulations to all of you, for a job well done, for hanging in there, doing what you're supposed to do to make sure you get to the end of this. I'm sure it wasn't easy. You got to be a part of the headwind of a lot of other groups that came before you. So you got a chance to learn from them and learn from others. So congratulations. I wish you the best. And this is extremely important. I just want to thank Barry Ostrowski, obviously, Mark Burson, the whole board, Darrell Terry, St. Barnabas, Beth Israel, all of the folks that have been involved and been partners with us in this city to make this event take place here today. This is the fourth time. That's even better. That's even better. Listen, Newark is moving forward, right? So there are a lot of things that are happening in our city, and what I wrestle with every day is because I was born and raised here. Like, I didn't just show up here yesterday. So I wrestle with all of the time and I watch how the city is changing before my very eyes, and I have to try to figure out every day how is that going to be helpful to the people who have been here for a very, very long time. That it's slow, it's moving. I think we've had the longest running Renaissance than anybody in the world, and it's finally coming. It's finally here, and it's just trying to figure out how do we benefit. How do residents take advantage of what's happening here? How do we grow this city with the people who struggle every single day, who are in this community? And honestly, while I do think it is the right thing to do, it is the socially conscious thing to do, it is the, as Mark said, is people don't look at it as the bottom line, but at times it helps people. But at the end of the day, I think the way the economy is turning, the way things are happening in this country, that ultimately this will affect the bottom line. That the more money you put in people's pockets, the more they'll be able to contribute to the economy. That there are whole sections of our community that have been left out of the labor market altogether, that's not even been counted in the labor market altogether. Even if we've decided to just pay equal salary to people of color in this country, we increased the GDP by $2 trillion, right? And so there's hundreds of thousands of people who are not participating in the economy at all because they cannot find a job, because they have not been given the training that attaches them to growing markets. And so if we do that, not only is it the socially conscious thing to do, it's actually the economically prudent thing to do. And it ensures that we actually have a future, not just for the city of Newark, but for this entire state and this country. So I'm excited about this. And I'm so excited I forgot it was the year 4. So I just want to congratulate you and thank you for making us make our word our bond, because sometimes we say we're going to do stuff. Thank you. A lot of times we say we're going to do stuff and we don't really get it done. I get to come to St. Barnabas, to Beth Israel here on Lyons Avenue and say, these people are actually getting it done for us here in the city of Newark. And if all of these corporations could take the lead of Beth Israel, the city would be a lot further ahead. So God bless you.
At this time, I'm going to introduce one of our participants, Alfred Elliott, who has a special presentation to the mayor.
This fourth group is turned up.
I just want to say thank you to all of y'all for coming. And I just want to thank the mayor for giving us a chance, for believing in us. We're definitely going to make you proud, and I just appreciate the opportunity and the love. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations.
For those of you who can't see it from there, that is a signed card with all the participants' names. Poor baby. Yes. She's making sure she has her spot in the next class, right, Tom? We got to keep this program going forever. And so it's signed by every participant from Class 4. Each year we've given the mayor something different, and this time we wanted to make sure you had something to look at every day, and so that is what that presentation is. And so before I go into the reflections, I just want to read a couple of things here that I have about what we're doing here at Newark Beth Israel Medical Center and RWJ Barnabas Health. And so I thank Trina Parks here, our Chief Diversity Officer here, and Micheline Davis. Everybody, our Executive Vice President at RWJ Barnabas Health. Micheline and Mr. Ostrowski could not be here today for travels. However, they sent their love to each and every one of you in this graduating class, and their regards to all of those who are here in the audience. And so I just want to say a little bit about what we do as far as social impact and community investment practice. And so the practice leverages a range of assets to advance culture of health, a lift to quality of life, New Jersey's communities. With a programmatic emphasis on ensuring health equity, the practice spearheads innovative, collaborative social impact and external affairs initiatives to address social, economic, and environmental conditions that have a significant impact on health outcomes. You heard Mr. Terry speak of it, you heard Mr. Burson speak of it, and you heard our Honorable Mayor speak of it. This is how we work together with our communities to make sure that we're not just impacting lives, but families and communities to get this renaissance going, Mayor, right? And so at this time, without further ado, I'd like to bring up our first reflections from a very big supporter of ours. People don't know how much goes on behind the scenes. And when I say that I can't stand here without my coaches, the coaches of the team, without that background HR team and food services and all that puts into this, I can't stand here without the support that I get from our city. And that's with our very own Ty Cooper, who is the Chief Policy Advisor.
Tia is going to have everybody in here crying by the end, so just get prepared. When we first walked in, when the graduates walked in, they played this song, It's Just Season. And as I'm looking in here and as I'm looking at the mayor and I'm looking at the city, this is our season. Yes. This is our season. And as we're here, all you can feel is favor and grace falling upon you. You have done the work. And when I say to the instructors, this program is not just something that should be done at RWJ Barnabas. This is a statewide, national model. So I was asked briefly to talk about Newark 2020. Newark 2020 is about connecting 2020 Newark residents to 2020 jobs within our anchor institutions. This is in partnership with the Newark Alliance and with NJISJ, New Jersey Institute for Social Justice. And what they did was did a report that showed only 18% of the jobs in these anchor institutions are held by Newarkers. The point of Newark 2020 is to set that model on its head, or really turn it right side back up by ensuring that Newark residents get in those doors, and Newark residents are the ones that hold those jobs. I love the work I get to do, and I'm only here because somebody, i.e. the mayor, my boss, gave me a chance. And this is what I've learned as a Newark resident. If you give us a chance, give us access, get us in the room, we will show you what Newark brilliance, dedication, and hard work looks like. And so I'll say this, to the heartbeat behind this program, Atia and Micheline, you guys put every ounce of your love into this, and you can see it because it shows on the faces of all these students. So I say to you again, graduates, this is your season. This is your time. Walk in it. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ty. And so this program came to Newark probably about in 2015, and took a bunch of brave outsiders to come inside and be now embraced as insiders. And so at this time, without further ado, I would love to introduce you Vincent R. Brown. Deep breath.
First, giving honor to the Almighty. Class 4, I want you to know one thing. We love you. Yeah. And we love all of our classes. And I want you to know the differentiator is that word love. See, this really is not a program. I wish we would take program out of it, because this is a transformational process. What I've come to learn and know and believe is the fact that there are all kind of diamonds here in Newark. Y'all got all kind of diamonds in Newark. And we're seeing some of them shine bright today. We've seen some of them shine bright before, but there are tons of diamonds in Newark. I'll also tell you that I really don't even know how I got here. When you get to be a certain age, you just tell the truth. I'm from Southeast San Diego. You probably don't even know that they got a city down there that looks a lot like Newark, where the Chicanos and the African Americans, they ain't getting out of there. I was with my boy the other day when I was down there, and he told me only 2 of us got out alive, out of 20. Only 2 of us got out alive. I think about my cousin, my partner in this program, who was in the slums of Cincinnati, Ohio, and I used to go visit him. And we would be in the neighborhood, and my aunt would say, you take care of your little cousin, because you don't know what's going to happen. And he would lift me up over the fence. And then he would get on the other side and bring me down. And to me, that's a metaphor for what this process is about. When I think about Sister Lisa, who was from Chicago, South Side, shouldn't be here. I think about Brother Box and Sister Diane, shouldn't be here. Folks, what I'm saying to you is thank you for embracing me, but we all Newark, folks. No matter where you're from, we are all Newark. So a couple things, I got reflections, I'm gonna do it quickly. A couple things I wanna share with you all as I reflect on the 4th class. And I don't know the answer, Mr. Mayor. I don't know how you replicate the commitment of a Darrell Terry. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. I'm just telling you. Because it's more than just being the CEO. It's love, passion, and getting involved. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you get a corporation to make sure that everybody has an opportunity and work hard to make sure that that happens. And I don't know how you make that happen. I don't know. the corporate officers of Robert Wood Johnson Barnabas Health, under Miss Trina Milton, under Mary, under Daryl, under Zach, made this happen. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you get these coaches. Could the coaches stand up from Newark? I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you have a Zach Lipner. I don't know how you're going to be able to replicate Miss Atia. I just don't know how you're going to do it. That's the beauty of getting old. You can just tell the truth. I love the fact they call me Pop Pop, though. I got to tell you, because we are all family. So as we come to a close, my reflections, here's the one thing I want to place specifically on the hearts of each of the graduates. So much has been poured into you all, for good reason, because we all believe in each one of you all. And one of the things that you're going to be given when this is over is a little pen that says, Hire Newark Bootcamp. And I want you to think of it like a fraternity or sorority pin. Because when you have a fraternity or sorority pin, it means who you are, where you've been, where you're going, what you stand for. And by the way, if somebody's got that pin and ain't doing what they're supposed to do, you know what you're supposed to do. Get them right. So I'm saying to you all that we have been fortunate and blessed with an amazing opportunity. We cannot thank you all enough. We are humble. We didn't do anything special, folks. The diamonds in Newark are here, and you all just gave us an opportunity to let them shine. God bless you.
At this time, I'm going to bring one of our partners to the podium, Reverend Vincent Rouse. And as he approaches the podium, I can't tell you the support we get from our faith-based organizations as a whole. We have Reverend Gilmore here. If you just wave your hand, please, sir. Who at any given time I can call, and he'll show up at any meeting I need him to sit by my side. And Reverend Rouse here made it possible for us to have the Higher Newark training happen at the Trek Center for the last 2 classes. Through Newark Housing Authority, just provided different opportunities and support to our program. We have Tracy Cadet that came in and did a host of classes and just touched on every class since class 2. And so I thank you for those opportunities. And now, without further ado.
Thank you. And I say good morning again to everybody, good morning to our mayor, to our council who are here, and to the St. Barnabas Beth Israel staff. We are glad to be here today, to Atia, to Reverend Harris, everyone, to this class, the 4th class. We appreciate you guys, and we are glad to be able to partner with you on the faith-based side and also through Newark Housing Authority. And it was just so appropriate that as you came in today, you began to come in on a song that I listened to before I came here. This is your season. Right? This is your season. And so there's a book that I love to read. And in that book, there's a collection of books. And in that collection of books, there's one book that I like. It's from Ecclesiastes. That's the name, one of those books that's in that big book, right? It's called Ecclesiastes, and it says, to everything there is a season. Yes, and so since there's a season, and to every purpose under the heaven, I'm going to leave this with you today, that you guys have purpose. You have purpose that has been put inside of you. And within this season called life, you've been appointed to a specific time. Some folk wish they were born at another time. They wish they could have been born at another time because they may feel that that may have been a better time. But this is your time. This is your season. Why? Because you are from Newark, New Jersey. You got, yes. And because you are from Newark, there's something inside of you that may not be inside of other folks. There's some DNA inside of you that have been created for you to bring forth the purpose and the passion that God has placed in your life. And today I want to speak life over you. I want you to go as far as you can, because the purpose that God has placed in you, no man can give it, no man can take it away. And beloveds, can I tell you, it's like building a house. When you start building a house, sometimes folk can't see it. Why? Because they weren't there when the plans were being made. They weren't there when you were with the architect. You know all of that stuff, but they don't know any of that. All they see is an empty lot. And when some folk may have looked at you, all they may have saw is emptiness. They may have saw nothing, but they didn't know that you were in higher Newark, and that you were behind the scenes, that you were planning something out, and that you were getting ready to build that house. I'm excited about what's to have to happen in the city of Newark, because you guys will be employed in the city of Newark, turning it up, turning it out, turning it over, because it's your purpose. Live on purpose. Dream on purpose. Be your purpose that God has created you to be. Come on, let's give God some praise.
About to have some church up in here, huh? That feels good because it is good. Thank you so much, Pastor Rouse. So at this time, I'm looking for... Oh, yes. I'm going to bring to you an alumni from Class 3, Miss Lisa Jones. Lisa is my special leg from Class 3, and I've been able to drag her across the city to talk about this program as well. And so Lisa understands with that sorority, fraternity, with that American Express, I should say, Newark Beth Israel Medical Center and City of Newark Express black card looks like, right? And so through every opportunity, Lisa has used the tools that she's learned in this class and has moved into a different position, and I'll let her tell a little bit of her story.
Good afternoon, everybody. What am I supposed to do after this? Like, I'm supposed to talk after that. But anyway, I started in higher Newark, jobless, homeless, and not aware of nothing besides where I was trying to go. And here I am today, a mother of 3, working hard at Newark Beth Israel, patient access representative. I wanted to be a supervisor, but I'll take the full-time position they offer me. I accomplished a lot of goals that I never even thought I'd set. I never even thought about a goal until I walked through it in higher Newark. At 29, I didn't even have a goal. But not only did I set goals, I created more for my children as well. I'm nervous, y'all, forgive me, but I'm just thankful for everyone, every coach that answered their phone, Darryl Terry for allowing us to be here to, you know, even present this program, and that's it, I guess. Thank y'all.
One thing that Lisa didn't mention is that she graduated in June 2017. And she started in a per diem position, and she worked every hour that they called for her in a float position. She stood out to her manager and they offered her a full-time position. Okay, so now this is a special speaker because this speaker was selected by her classmates. So every class has the opportunity to choose a class speaker, and this is someone who stood out for the class that they would like to represent them today. And so I bring you Kaya Taylor.
First and foremost, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life. Before I begin, I would just like to say we made it, y'all. We made it. I would like to thank and acknowledge President Darrell Terry, Mayor Roz Baraka, Zach Lipner, Coach Atia, Vincent Brown Pop-Pop, and Glenda Tappins-Britton, and all of our amazing and gifted coaches for trusting and believing in us all despite the naysayers. On behalf of Class 4, I would like to say that we are forever thankful, and we appreciate you all for this opportunity. When I was given the task today to speak for Class 4, that little Kermit the Frog popped in my head and said, decline. But as I look back over my life and the past 4 weeks of this process, I've realized I have so much to be thankful for. That I would be an ingrate if I didn't stand here today and share with you all how we all have overcome. I believe I speak to the hearts of my peers when I say, on October 10th, 2017, we all walked in that class unsure. Some broken, feeling defeated, and many of us questioning, is this for me? Amongst many other emotions. Yet we walked in completely masked up, thinking, if I just keep smiling, if I just act like I got it all together, no one will notice. That's right. Then came Coach DeLacy and Coach Sam, and that act did not stand a chance. But what was hidden behind those masks were strongholds that were keeping us stagnant, and we needed to be released immediately. But we only had 4 weeks. Lord, we needed a miracle. My personal miracle came in the form of this process. Just when I thought I was living my best life, I was drinking more water, my edges was flourishing. I was woke. I was on complete glow. Then just like that, life happened. I suffered 2 great losses. First, my great-grandmother, affectionately called Nana, the matriarch of our family, and she wanted nothing short of success for the kids, as she so lovingly called us. No matter how old we were the kids. And losing her, I lost a piece of myself. And just a few months later, I lost my business, a beautiful salon. I fasted, I prayed, I saved my little coins to make this dream a reality. And so I was so excited and proud of this accomplishment, and just like that, due to unforeseen circumstances, I lost it all. Feeling discouraged and defeated, I was at my breaking point, questioning what was left for me. Will I recover? How will I ever find the motivation to push through again? At this point, I knew I needed a miracle if I had any hope of moving forward. Although we all walked in with our own battles, the squad was right there, was ready to go to war with us and for us. And honestly, all we really needed was someone to believe in us and give us a chance. And believe in us and give us a chance. And that chance came the day the 28 of us walked into Newark Higher Bootcamp. To my amazing coaches, Pop, that was nothing but the author starting a new chapter in our book of life. And it's safe to say that we finally have some strong characters in our story, worthy of permanent roles, not only in our life story, but in our hearts. What I've taken from this process is I can plan all day for my life, but the author has a bigger plan, bigger than my eyes can see, and greater than my mind can conceive. Now, understand, I didn't always feel this way. I don't know about anyone else, but I sat in that class a lot of days, still unsure, and understanding of whether or not this program or this process was for me. And I felt that way because I didn't trust the process. But I still showed up every day because I refused to be stagnant, and I also refused to be defeated. I was determined. So when I let my guard down and I began to actively listen and apply the tools given to us there was no stopping me. So those doubts I had coming into the process, this experience cleared them. My brothers and my sisters, we had to fight through some bad days to earn the best days of our lives. But understand that we all still are under construction, and the new foundation has been laid. Trust yourself and trust the process. We have been given an opportunity and the tools to continue building on that new foundation. Let's not waste it. At the completion of Newark Higher Bootcamp, I received a call from Tara Reed from Human Resource at Clara Mass Medical Center, stating that I was hired for a full-time position. And I start that position on tomorrow. As I digress, as you can see, there are only 27 of us here. We started out 28, and we said 28 in and 28 out. But again, life happens. So to our brother and his immediate family, Higher Newark is here, and we stand with you, understanding that this is not his right now. This is not his right now. I love you all. I hope I didn't make anyone cry. Thank you so much.
And so if you didn't know what the boot camp entailed, I think Kaya just wrapped it up in a very pretty red ribbon. Thank you so much for sharing those words. At this time, I'm going to bring Jamila Harrison to the podium for a special acknowledgement presentation.
Mr. Darryl. Hello, I would like to present this token of appreciation on behalf of the Higher Newark Bootcamp graduation class. 4. Your vision, commitment, and dedication to our health, wellness, and success is present in this classroom, in this room right now today. With that said, we'd like to thank you, Mr. Terry.
If I can ask Patrick Council to join me at the podium. You do that part.
Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. First, to these 27 graduates, we are exceedingly proud of your accomplishments and all that you have done, and we ask that you continue to fight, keep pushing, and continue to get others involved and get them to understand that through perseverance and patience, that God is able, one. And to all those who come, to President Terry and to Councilwoman Crump, Councilman James, to all of the supporters, and those who stand in way of family. The mayor has always thought it not robbery to not only be a part of this festive ceremony and to celebrate the needs and accomplishments of those who are in it, but he also wanted to ensure that those who pushed and made their way through some insurmountable task and some hard work be recognized for their diligence and their fortitude and staying in there. And so because he is present, I'm going to acquiesce and allow the mayor to come back up, and we're going to acknowledge 2 individuals who have persevered and made their way through the program and also made it possible that each graduate will obtain a medal of completion today. Thank you.
So this is a prize to all the graduates. So although everyone, as Kaya spoke, had their challenges and triumphs, 2 stood out, and the first participant is Sean King. And the second participant, bear with me, Timbekile Ade Sanyole. Thank you much, Mayor. Thank you, Pat. As you know, since day one, Coach Atia gets to call an audible, so I changed the program a little bit, and that's what I do. And so at this time now, we're going to bring up our inspirational poem by our own Uncle Wayne Box.
Good afternoon. This is the hardest thing I do every year. Y'all gotta bear with me. The reason I get so choked up about this is because at one point in my life, people walked by me and gave up on me. And then somebody walked behind them and invested in me. And so, Vince. Vince is one of those people who invested in me. I love you, man. Appreciate you. this class, class 4 said they wanted more. So class 4, I wrote something for you. Before I read it, I really would like to say, if we could all thank the families of all the graduates for their support and encouragement. I'm like Vince, I'm so old I don't care. So this poem is called Class 4 Wants More. It says, with heavy hearts and lots of love, Class 4 came as a gift to us. To remind us all of our minuscule pain, compared to them, we haven't been through anything. While they were hanging on to our every word, they were giving us love better than we deserved. And now here they are at the end of the road, prepared and equipped for the next episode. So fight to keep your dream and never forget the past. Hold on tight to what you learned. It's a gift that will forever last. You know the ways, the wins, and the whys. You know it doesn't happen unless you really try. And when times get rough, and they most certainly will, remind yourself of the success climbing this boot camp hill. Shout it out. Higher Newark pulled out the best in me, made me go deep and find my sweat equity. Now use that formula with each challenge you face, and double confirm that you have not 1 minute to waste. Just know you have more in reserve for the oncoming mountains you face, and check, let's check. You're ready to run this race. Class 4, you don't look like what you've been through before you joined us, but here's the clue. It doesn't even matter, because today's a new day, and you look like winners who fought every step of the way. So today we celebrate. We even shout out loud. You made the door open for Class 5 and made 1, 2, and 3 proud. You confirmed the statement that we all know to be true. Good things come out of Newark. I thought you knew. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would allow me, please, to introduce you to Newark Class 4, worthy of graduation. Yes, indeed. If I get Miss Lisa to come up. We all heard about the people, and so many people have invested in this program, and so many people have just done some amazing things, but we wanted to take a minute in Class 4 to say that you wanted more, but there's some people that gave more. We wanted to recognize a few of them today, so Daryl, if you could come up, have something for you. And what we're giving them is a copy of the poem signed and just framed just as a keepsake, as a little memory. Zach? Where's Zach?
Thank you very much. Great stuff. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And you heard his remarks earlier. He really has invested in this program and really wants to see this flourish throughout the city of Newark. Mark Burson. Mark? Thank you so much. Also, I'm gonna pull a, what do you call it when you, an audible, if Vince doesn't mind, I'm gonna pull an audible here. And we got a couple other people. You want me to hurry up? Okay. Okay, I would say something, but since I'm a hurry up, Mayor Ross Baraka, one of them. Because she's everything, she's the bomb.com, she makes everything happen. We love you to death, but Tia, one for you.
so everybody knows how much I love football, and I just want to tell Box, the coach and the captain can't call an audible. Without further ado, I want to keep this program going right along, and I know it just means so much to hear all the words that are being said today. And Class 4, I hope you're taking it in. But Coach Lisa, Coach Ben, and all the coaches put together something very special for you all. Okay, we're gonna move this program right along. My thunder was stolen quite a few times. I wanted to thank the coaches personally. I wanted to thank my right and left hand, Zach Lipner and Lisa Banks. And I would like to ask Lisa and Zach to join me here at the podium. And if you all can pay attention to the insert with our special thanks. Do want one person to just wave his hand if he's still here, and that is Mac with Platinum Tours. If you could just stand. He made sure that we got to and from all of our facilities. And an oversight on my part didn't make it to the program, so I want to make sure you stood up in this audience today. I want to thank the Higher Newark Class 1, 2, and 3 if you're standing out here. And as you know, they not only support you today, they came in your face every day. There was somebody else giving you their walk of life so you could be encouraged to do the next. And so I'm going to ask our dignitaries to please stand and receive our graduates as we present the certificates. The first one is Shaquana Christina Adams. Erica. I'm actually going to call the names back to back. Erica Anderson. Camille Baker. Tyrone Banks. Yvette Baltazar. Kathy Butler. Amanda Calypso. Ronald Cannon. Adrian Clay. Gold Clay. Shakita Davis. Alfred Elliott. Those edges are working. Kayla Farrar. Stephanie Glover. Oh. Where? Stephanie Glover. Ayana Greer. Jamila Harrison. Shayla Eichner. Karen Johnson. Sean King. Sasha McCullough. Jacqueline Otang. Kiana Redfern. Timbekile, Sitebe, Ede Somoye. Kaya Taylor. Tiffany Volius. Curtis Walker. And ending the last class of class 4, last participant, to Deja West. Now you can applaud. I present to all of you class 4, Higher Newark Employment Ready Bootcamp. While we have our participants stand